Did you know that this cuddliness that Cocker Spaniels are so well known for is actually a very important working gundog trait? In order for them to be able to do all this hunting and flushing and retrieving, they have to be incredibly driven. Can you see Raven's face? Her eyes are scabby, and that's because yesterday we were on a shoot and she was hunting for birds in very difficult cover, tearing through brambles, pushing through difficult, very dense vegetation, and she was working so hard. She felt none of the pain, none of the cold, none of the fatigue and tiredness. All she felt was this overwhelming desire to find these birdies and the joy of doing it. This is how determined these little dogs are. But what makes a good Cocker Spaniel as a gun dog isn't just this determination, this drive, and this ability to find and flush birds. They also have to be under very tight control. That means they have to hunt where you tell them rather than where they believe the birds are. They also have to let the bird go up in the air and they have to stay there watching that bird fly away. And if that bird gets shot, they have to let another dog retrieve that bird without getting involved. This is quite hard. And this is where this cuddliness comes in. It's actually there on purpose to balance for that tremendous drive. It's actually an aspect of their social, we can call it a drive. This desire to also stay connected socially, right? We like to say that this is their willingness to please and their bidability, right? Now you might be thinking, if you have a young cocker or a young Springer Spaniel, you might be thinking, right, yes, no. When my dog is on scent, they're not willing to please me. They're just doing what they want to be doing. And that's because while this social nature is pretty much a default feature in most spaniels, especially Cocker Spaniels, and being a good hunter is also kind of out of the box generally in most spaniels, these two things aren't necessarily connected by default. You actually have to actively connect those things together. You have to give your dog an experience of hunting socially with you, and you have to give them a reason to stay connected with you even when they're kind of on the job. Here is another one. This one is a Springer Spaniel. Is your dog also a cuddle bug, a kind of dog that wants you to wear them? Or is your dog more like, yes, maybe, but on my own terms? And if they are like this, have you been able to use this to your advantage when outside around wild scents, birdies, and various kinds of everyday distractions? Let me know in the comments.